Hey guys, today is day 9 of the 0 to 1 million in Forex funding, the series where we document everything each day live in front of your eyes, from 0 in funding to 1 million. Today we do in fact take a trade on pound, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Guys, day 9 of this challenge, thanks for stopping by. It's going to be an interesting day. It is election day today, so it's going to be interesting. I'll show you what I'm looking at and I'll show you if there's any trades today. We see these positions that I showed you in last episode. They're selling off nicely, we just couldn't get involved in them. But yeah, they're nice positions. What I'll be looking for now on Euro AUD, some kind of pullback, probably tomorrow, and then some kind of continuation, obviously. It's the elections today, this evening. Obviously, I'm in the UK, so that'll play out overnight. So again, tomorrow could be very interesting to see what's happened to the markets. So you've got to be patient still and just wait it out. I mean, we've got all the rest of the week, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to trade, and all next week. So there's no point. This is one of the most volatile periods in trading, so we have to be careful. Guys, I mentioned on yesterday's episode, if you haven't checked it, go check it out, that I might look to implement a shorter term strategy alongside my main strategy. And at the minute, my main strategy isn't really presenting too many entries, probably because of the elections and things are already moving. But there is an opportunity potentially for a system, or a shorter term system, on pound. So if I get an entry on that, I'm looking to potentially take an entry. If I get an entry on that, I'll let you guys know. But that'll be on the 25k account, not the 100k account. Okay, guys, we're about to take a short on pound on the 25k account, not the 100k account. So guys, apparently we've just been stopped out. So guys, I've just been stopped out for a slight profit because I moved my stops to break even. We're not at that level, but we seem to be stopped out, which is a bit weird. Because we haven't actually hit that price yet, so that's a bit strange. Just entered another short from that high again because we stopped out for break even before, looking for a quick 1-to-1. The only problem I face, guys, is from my testing, I like to get 1-to-1s, but the problem is, see, the 1-to-1 would usually be hit by now. I would be out of the position, but because of the spreads with FTMO, I'm having to push it to pretty much a 1.32 in order to get a 1-to-1 because of the spreads. And from my testing, the 1-to-1s hit very, very well. And now we're reversing, but we should be out of the position if we had lower spreads based on my back testing. So about to hit profit target. But this is something I'm testing, which is why I'm using that 25k account that I had. But I didn't realize how big the spreads were on FTMO, which means I've already exited this position because it already hit the 1-to-1, which is what I tested was the optimum risk reward for this type of style. But it does look to be hitting. It's just hit. So it's something to work towards. But I need to sort of get around the spread issue. I did see your guys' comments about should I implement another strategy. And I think most people were saying no, focus on your main one, which I am. But today I saw that perfect opportunity, and there's not much on my current strategy at the minute. Obviously with the elections and obviously things are moving, but I'm not being able to get an entry model into these moves. And I saw that and took it. Obviously very small risk on a 25k account, and it's definitely an opportunity there. Will I keep trading that style? I'm not sure. I mean, I've got to do some more back testing, get some more data, come up with some more tangible rules. I have some good rules in place, but it's something to work towards alongside it. But like I said, my main focus is this 100k account, and the way I'm going to achieve that is by trading my normal strategy, the strategy that I'm in with the community and the strategy that I have had good results in the past with. So yeah, that's going to be my main focus, but I just wanted to show you guys that trade. Also, a few of you guys have been wanting to see my exact strategy of what I'm using at the minute, so I'm going to show you a couple of examples now just so you understand the type of thing that I'm looking for when I trade. So effectively, the system and the strategy that I use is obviously the first one's going with the overall trend. So we can see that we've been going up on the daily. We've now broken down new low, playing the lower high. So we pulled back, and what I like to look for is a pullback to the daily 50 EMA for an area of value. And then I want to look for some kind of DDP, which in this case is a bearish engulfing candle, predicting that the next day's moves are likely to go down because of the previous day. And also bearish engulfings, doji candles, inside bars, anything to suggest deceleration or bearish momentum or that we're slowing down. We've had 2 dojis and a bearish engulfing. That's a good DDP. Once we've got that, we want to scale into the lower time frames, the hourly, and look for our entry. So the way we enter is a shift from the overall trend. So you can see we have been going up, making higher highs, higher lows. And effectively, once we've got the breakdown, which we've got now, and we've cleared these lows, we're effectively looking for a trend change, which we're getting. So now my entry is a pullback to the 1 hour 50 and 0.382 and pivot, which is on the 5 minute, but I can't show you that. So we'll just use the 0.382 and the 1 hour 50. Now, a lot of the times the 1 hour 50 and pivot will align, and then when we get some kind of bearish momentum or decelerating happen around that area, we're looking to go short because we're playing a daily directional prediction to the downside and this hourly to shift. So wait for the pullback if we get it. Okay, we're up to here, and now we want to look for some kind of breakdown on the 5 minute, which I can't show you. But we'd either look for some kind of, we could have entered here upon these doji candles, or you'd wait for a breakdown on, like I said, on the 5 minute. Once it's broken below the pivot point and the 5 minute 50, you'd look to enter. Stops are always above the 0.618. Now that's controversial. A lot of people in the comments have been saying, why do you keep your stops there? That's just the system to give me the best risk reward. I mean, sometimes you'll get stopped out, but other times it'll just go straight the way. So yeah, there'll be times where you get stopped out from these positions, but then you can look for re-entries. And then you play the overall momentum to the downside. You play this overall downward trend because you're predicting a downward trend is going to occur on the 1 hour, which is going to mean it's going to cause daily bearish candles to form because we've got overall direction from the higher time frame. So that's effectively the model. I play pullback moves as well. I won't show you an example now, but we play trend continuation moves and pullback moves like overextended. Once we're overbought or oversold, again, I'll look for a good DDP and a quick move. We don't play it to the previous low. We play a quick move in and out. So that's effectively the model, and then we enter again on always the 0.382, 1 hour 50 and pivot. We can change on the 1 hour, lower low, lower high, playing this lower low, lower high. All similar concepts to lots of other strategies, but that's just the systematic approach using the 0.382 and the 1 hour 50 and the pivot, and then looking for some bearish momentum to come in and play in that downward move. So that isn't exactly everything, but it's pretty much 99% of what I look for. And I know a lot of you guys have been saying, can you tell me how you trade and the breakdown, a little bit of some examples of my trades? Because obviously this week I haven't took any trades. So there's nothing really for me to show you. But that's effectively the model of how I would trade. Also, guys, I want to talk about something that I know not many people talk about when it comes to trading because they're solely focused on strategy and the theoretical information. But when it comes to trading, the biggest thing that I struggled with, and I'm sure a lot of you guys maybe struggle with too, maybe not, is having the processes, discipline in place. Because for the most part, when you think about trading, you think about, and I certainly did, I thought about the Wolf of Wall Street, you thought about the glitz and the glamour of the party and the going out. And I thought this trading can get me that financial wealth and I can have this lifestyle. But when it comes to it, in order to achieve that, a lot of the time you have to be so disciplined, locked in, and treating it the opposite way, like an athlete, like a sports person, where you have your processes, your discipline, you go to bed at the same time, you do what you need to do, not what you want to do. And for me, I neglected that in the early stages of my trading because I assumed just give me the knowledge, give me the theory, then I'll understand it. And when I understand it, I'll just start making money easily. And I'm sure for a lot of people that might be the case. But I found that I become my own worst enemy at times because I knew the knowledge and the theory, and when I backtested the strategy, I was getting results. But my emotions were taking over. I was not disciplined. I would get up at different times each day. I wouldn't hit the gym. I've only started hitting the gym like a couple of years ago. But when I first started, I wasn't in the gym. I wasn't doing discipline habits. And because I wasn't disciplined outside of trading, I then wasn't disciplined inside of trading. The alarm would go off and I'd set it to snooze, or I knew I should go to the gym today but I wouldn't go, or I know I shouldn't eat that food but I will because I feel like it, as opposed to doing what you know you have to do. And that helped me, and I'm still progressing with it, of course, as you can see from this channel, but it's helped me stay more focused and locked in because I've said by being disciplined outside of trading, it can allow you to become disciplined inside of trading. If you're rigid and disciplined and locked in outside of trading, when your strategy presents an entry, you're likely to take it. When it doesn't present an entry, you're not going to be impatient and undisciplined and execute a position. You're going to be focused and locked into your strategy. And I found you have to become the edge alongside your strategy. Yes, your strategy has an edge. And if you have a back-tested edge and you know that you have an edge in data to suggest you'll be up long-term, if you take a large sample of trades and you keep doing the same trades, you'll be up if you have data and you have an edge in the market. But what I realize is you have to become the edge alongside your strategy sometimes. And by becoming the edge alongside your strategy, you have to do and be disciplined outside of trading. And that helped me massively. But I don't see many people talking about this because they solely talk about trading content. They solely talk about strategy, theory, psychology. And as much as that is extremely important, of course, it's extremely important,
I've realized I've had all that and still struggled with consistency. And I found that in the community that I was in, because if that was the case, that one strategy, you just learned a strategy and you just started making money, then everybody in one community would be getting the same results each month. But human beings react differently to different scenarios. So I could be I could have 3 losses in a row and react completely differently to someone else that's had 3 losses in a row. I could self-sabotage, I could take lower probability setups because I have this greed and I want to get out a drawdown. And there could be someone else who's really, really fearful, who doesn't want to take any more new trades because they don't want to get deeper in the hole, and they end up losing because they miss clean, clear, good quality positions because of fear of getting deeper in the hole and losing more. So I found that to be massively important. If you guys can resonate with that, make sure you leave a like or you comment and let me know your thoughts, because that's something I neglected and something that I've had to work on. So let me know if you've had to do that too. But yeah, I'm going to call it a day for this episode, guys. I mean, there's nothing else for me to trade. Elections tonight, so I'll update you guys in the morning. Stay tuned for tomorrow's episode. It's going to be crazy because of the volatility and how the markets are going to be looking. But hopefully we can capitalize on some opportunities. I appreciate all the support, all the likes, comments, and subscribers. We've hit 4.2k, which is crazy. If you guys want to help me out, all I ask is subscribe. That would massively help me out. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow at 6 p.m. I appreciate you guys.